Hey guys, so today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about the guarantees of infinite banking and why we should use infinite banking or a whole life insurance contract structured for cash value over any other bank account or savings location. Again, infinite banking is not an investment. It's simply just a warehouse for capital. It's a place that you park money before it's deployed into an investment, before you run it and go to Disney World, before you go and buy a vehicle. It's just a simple placeholder for cash, okay? And so this is a client of mine here in Birmingham, and he's a young kid that's going to be, he's doing about $30,000 a year into this policy. And if you remember, in the first year, you're not going to have liquidity of $10,500 because that base premium has to go purchase this death benefit, okay? The other $19,500 is called the flexible paid up rider. It's a fancy word for cash. And there it is, your cash value right there. So you see in the first year, you've already caught a little bit of growth, about $400 worth of growth on your cash value just in the first year. But after that, you see he's going to put $30,000 into this, and it's going to jump almost $30,000. So his liquidity is almost 100% back already in year two, putting $1 in and getting $1 out. And again, this contract is just simply a location. I can't stress that enough, that it's not an investment. But what it does over the lifetime of it really starts to crank up. And I'm going to show you the statistics and just the numbers and math behind this in just a minute. But I wanted to talk at least about this and show you the numbers and how it goes on forever. You cannot outlive this thing. So after 10 years of playing in this game, he's put in $241,000 and he's got $262,000, okay? It's about almost a $21,000 growth in just the interest that he's earning on his money. Now ask yourself, you're going to have to probably earn in a checking account downtown at the bank, in your checking account or your money market, you're going to have to probably earn about $30,000, because what's going to happen is Uncle Sam's going to he's going to give you 3 pennies, he's going to take one of them. So you got to pay taxes on this. Where here, all the growth inside of this contract is tax-free. So he's made almost $21,000 over these 10 years in just a checking account, again, which I still believe is probably better than what we would get in over 10 years in just a regular business checking account. But again, ask yourself this: he's made 20 grand in this thing. How much did this death benefit cost him at that point? The insurance company has paid him more money than he's put in. It's almost like free insurance. I'm not going to say it's free because it costs you time inside of this contract to get to that. But again, you now have every single dollar plus more, and you have a death benefit. So you really ends up being a really nice 2-for-1. And again, this contract goes all the way down to 121. So you see after the next 10 years, $173,000. For almost $500,000 after 30 years of just growth inside of this contract. And again, it goes all the way down here to even 121. I'll show you. But let's just say that you graduate into the next life at 91 years old. You've grown inside this with no risk and no taxes, $5.6 million. It's a tough competition to beat when you're just talking about a savings account. But let's go over here and look at the math. So these numbers on the right-hand side here, these are all the numbers from just the cash value column of what I put in. I basically just took these numbers in the cash value column, and I just copy and pasted them over here. So this is just a calculator showing the numbers year over year and the growth inside of it, how powerful it can be. So look here, just from, again, here's the current scale, our cash value growth from, again, this is all just math, okay? 206,000 to 223,000. Let's go back and look at this. Year 7 to 8 right here. 206 to 223. I'm simply just parking these numbers that was on this contract into this calculator, okay? Our gross gain of 17, minus our premium payment, net gain. So you see, we grew from year 7 to year 8, 65%. And look, that's not saying that we're growing X amount or 65%, even from year 7 to 8 that's just from year over year. So we're not even talking so much about, the lifetime of the contract. This is simply year over year. And then I just do this from 8 and 9, 9 and 10, 10 to 11. Look what happens. I mean, over after 10 years, the annual growth inside of the net gain, 93% from year 10 to 11. Year 14 to 15, 137, 218. You're seeing this. And then you can look down here at the bottom in this dollar in, dollar out. I think this is a really nice visual. But you can see here, you can teach this to a second grader. If you gave someone $1 and then they immediately gave you back $1.65, how often and how many times would you do that? That's what we're trying to show people. It's just simply a pass-through. It's a location to just capture growth for the rest of your life and never have to pay taxes on it. So this is simply, you can see over here, I mean, yeah, 35 years down the way is a long while from now, but if you're putting in $1 and you're getting back $14.63, yeah, we can talk all day about inflation and this and that, but at the end of the day, everybody else that's parking money in some type of tax-deferred account or a tax-a-day account, you're never going to be able to see this growth without taking on any risk. This is risk-free, tax-free growth right there. So again, the contract is cool what it does over the lifetime. What's going to make you rich or what's going to make you wealthy is how you actually take the money and apply it and use it to produce an income. But again, this is a great location for capital simply because at the end of the day, you don't take on any risk and you're not paying taxes. If this is something that you want to learn more about how to do, give me a follow, shoot me a text, email me, and we'll get together and we'll figure out how to do this together.